Howdy, folks. Good to see you all again. Here we are. Hey, look at who I got with me here. Look who I got with me. Huh? We got a chocolate Santa Claus, and we got the Candy Queen. Hey, how you doing, sweetie?
Ginger Santa Claus, you mean?
Well, you know, you still got time to let it go white before the big day.
Oh, it's starting. I've got something going down here. It's almost as if my nose, like when my nose is running, it's bleaching my beard.
I wonder what's in.
I still claim I'm just going blonde.
Jeez, there you go. That's a good excuse.
Hair on your eyebrow.
There you go. So hello, everybody. Good to see you all again. Sorry about the last couple of weeks. Things just kind of hit the fan around here, and you know, and I just needed a mental health day. So, but I'm back now, and as promised, we got Dr. Nimrod with us, and our favorite little Molly, the Candy Queen. And a long time no see. I love to see that smile. And let's see who's in the chat, by the way. I haven't even had a chance to take a look.
Well,
of course, Peter Noddle is here. Hey, Peter. Good to see you, mate.
Dr. NIMROD. I don't know if you've ever heard of him before.
No, I've never heard of him before.
No, it seems like a bit of an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, your audio is really breaking up.
Yeah, I can't do much about that. Well, I can, but it's not going to work too well for two people. But let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. So anyways, yeah, we got Peter Noddle with us. We got Sable Eagle. Always good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. And of course, Candy Queen's in the chat too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And Clara, good to see you, Clara.
100 eyes.
Yeah. And we've got we got Jens with us. Always good to see you, Jens. And who else have we got? Archangel. Hey, how you doing, Ark? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Clive Wells. Hello, 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 sir. And who else? Anybody else? I Am Blue is here. Hello. How you doing, Blue? Zebulon 181. Hey, I haven't seen you for a bit. Good to see you, my friend. Anybody else that I haven't seen in a while? Looks like everybody, all the usuals are here. Yep, that's cool. All right. So how you been, guys?
We've been doing just fine.
Yeah.
Molly's been here for the last 2 weeks, enjoying her summer holidays.
Cool. How much longer are you with Dad?
What?
How much longer is she with you?
Oh, 3 weeks.
Oh, so you got her for one more week.
I've got 3 more weeks.
3 more weeks to go. Awesome. Awesome.
3 more weeks, and so far we've had only, I think, 3 days where the weather was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
very
you know,
warm.
what can you say?
It is.
Yeah. Not hard to believe considering where you're at. So.
Well, it's very unusual weather for where I'm at, really, considering Dublin's not exactly famed for having tropical weather.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But then, you know, it's been kind of weird all over the place. We've been getting pretty strong, heavy rains. Well, we're in the rainy season, but a little bit different than usual. So the
Yeah,
weather is just freaky everywhere.
We've had quite a few days where, or well, on the days when it's been raining, there's been lightning and thunder, and it's been very unusual.
I thought I heard thunder yesterday, but
It was probably
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the thunderstorms we've had have been unusually active.
Mhm.
I think about 4 weeks ago there was a thunderstorm, and there was so much lightning. The thunder never went away for about 15, 20 minutes.
Wow.
It just kept rolling and rolling. It was just amazing.
That's weird. We kind of been having the same thing down here. You know, it's normal to get the thunder and the lightning during the rainy season, but not as much as we've been getting lately.
Yeah, this whole climate change thing is actually true. I think it certainly feels it's noticeable now.
Exactly. You can't tell me it's not a thing.
Oh no, I mean it's not like weather changed. I mean, because weather does change quite a bit
Yeah, but not like
from here. But I
not
think
with
there's
that
actually
kind of
visible climate change weather happening. It's
Mhm.
rather annoying.
Yeah, it is. So
It's been very warm nights.
very
yeah,
warm.
so it looks like we're on the road back to the flip side soon. I hope.
Yeah, I know. Yay! And Molly was so happy to see little Spud yesterday.
Yeah,
Bunch.
yeah. He's not so little anymore. The Spud
No,
is
he's
grown.
not. He's a cute little fecker, that little Spud, isn't he?
Yeah.
And can't give Mammy or Daddy an ounce of rest.
Nope.
Yeah.
Because that's what babies do.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, that's their job. You know, keep mums and dads on their toes.
That's their
Mhm.
job.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it'll be fun now to meet up with her now. I think next week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah, that'll be nice. You got to fill us in on how that goes.
especially to meet Tatty.
Yeah.
That'll be an interesting one.
Yeah, be prepared. You never know what's going to happen.
No, well, I mean, with Crafty, what you see is what you get, really.
Pretty
On
much.
and off air.
But with Taddy, it's a little bit of a throw of the dice, you know? He can
I think
surprise you.
I'll have to be on my best behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or your worst.
Either that or well, it depends. I mean, if he wants to have the worst behavior from me, I'm only too happy to oblige and get
Yeah. Taddy's cool. He can take it as well as he can give it. So
Oh yeah. Oh, hello,
Oh, yeah.
Mario Rui.
hello Mario. Good to see you, my friend.
It's
I
me,
should,
Mario Rui.
I should bring up the chat in here.
Mario.
So
Hola. Dora.
Sorry. First letter of yacht, and the S is like the first letter of snake. Oh. Okay.
I wonder if Score is going to pronounce Jens correctly this year. Well, you know, I could, but it just doesn't make sense to me. But that's okay. You know, I love you anyway.
I mean, an awful lot of European languages, the J is kind of silent and soft. It's not really
Well,
only
yeah.
English where it's that hard J noise.
Yeah, well, my last name has a J in it, which is silent. So, ooh,
Yeah, exactly.
guess
When
who's in?
you're
Cheese.
Dutch, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I am Dutch. Hey, Cheese, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome.
Oh,
Geez, I haven't
Cheese,
seen him pop in
mama.
for a long time.
and here we
So,
have a
how
cheese.
are you?
She doesn't
Which
just
one?
like sweets. She doesn't just like candy. She likes cheese too.
Oh, that's a good girl. I like
Yep,
you.
but not
Life
moldy
without
cheese.
cheese.
Moldy cheese, not moldy cheese.
No, your favorite
Life
cheese,
without cheese is just not life.
The one with no flavor.
mature red cheddar, which actually does have a flavor.
Yeah, but my most favorite cheese is the one that has no flavor.
Then why eat it if it has no?
The
flavor?
one that has no flavor, like mozzarella.
Well, mozzarella actually does have a very subtle flavor for the dishes
Yeah,
that it's
but-
supposed to go in. So, but I mean, the Swedish most popular cheese just happens to be so tasteless. They like, I mean, what's the point? I've never understood the point of it, and it gets
Yeah.
sold by outsells almost everything.
Really? Is it like Havarti?
It's like a very unmature sort of cheddar, kind of
Okay.
with a sort of texture of kind of like a Gouda or an Edam, but without any
Mhm.
flavor.
Without oh god, why even bother making it?
I know, but it's so super popular in Sweden, especially for breakfast sandwiches.
Hmm.
My mom absolutely loves it.
I
Mhm.
love
You
cheese.
love it too.
I do. But my mom loves it more than me.
I mean, it does have a
Mm.
place in certain things like toasted sandwiches. When you toast it and melt it, it's quite nice. It's very
Mhm.
subtle, but otherwise, I don't see the point. of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I have.
I guess that's its only purpose, to be toasted and melted.
Yeah.
And Sable says you can get Wensleydale with ginger here. It's like cheese and candy combined into one delicious extra inch of waistline.
I have a
Ooh,
dog.
look at that.
I've never tried Wensleydale, but that sounds very interesting.
Yeah, it does,
Ginger
doesn't it?
cheese.
Ginger cheese.
I like your puppy pal.
Yeah, Molly's been buying up loads of soft toys.
Oh
This is one
god.
of the well,
You might want to hide them when Crafty comes along.
We won't be letting Crafty anywhere near them.
Yeah, she'll
These were for
steal
you.
them all and give them to Eddie.
that's
They're
tea.
cute. They're really cute. How many have you got?
Oh, it's more than I can count.
Oh, geez.
And they're all by that brand. This brand here. I don't know if you know them at all.
Tie.
T.
Yeah, I know Ty. Yeah.
By. So, because she wants to buy stuffed toys, so I tried to get her to buy the good stuffed toys that are going to last for a long time.
Yeah,
And
the
T
quality
is
ones.
those brands that's like that. They're not cheap though. My God.
No, they're not.
Gone.
They are
They're
not
very
cheap at all.
expensive.
Expensive.
But you're buying them with your pocket money that you've saved up.
Yeah. So I have no worries about that. Do I?
No, but
Well,
I
that's your
can't say,
job.
I can't
You're
say
supposed
anything about it. It's your money.
Yeah. Exactly. My money.
Well,
My
it was actually
money.
in the beginning, but however, that's between just
Those
Between us.
those
I have
dog
my little princess, you know.
yeah.
Because
Well,
I have the cat.
those little stuffed dogs that she's got, they look a hell of a lot like back in the 80s when we had the Gremlins.
Oh yeah,
You remember them?
yeah. That's what I was going through my head when I was looking at them.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
The
Gremlins
Gremlin.
in I don't know how long.
Wait.
I know.
Oh, Molly's going to get her tiara because she's a princess.
Oh, okay. She's the candy queen.
Oh yeah, that's it. She's the queen.
The
That's
queen.
it. Queen who's in charge of everything.
There you go. The queen who rules.
Yes, what she even has the ring and the tiara for it. Maybe you can go and get your headphones and plug them into your phone so that you can hear as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it might be a little bit easier. Geez, she's
Yeah.
growing, eh?
Oh, look, I tell you, it's amazing. She's just going roop, and she's as skinny as that as well.
No kidding. She's
As
really growing.
as I've said, she's 11 going on 30.
Oh God. Well, between now and 16, she's going to be just zooming on up.
Oh, I know. She's the second tallest in her class.
I can believe that.
And the first tallest in her class is another girl.
Mm-hmm.
So the girls are all outgrowing the boys for the moment, anyway.
I'm not surprised.
No, that's usually the way it goes.
Yeah.
And then the boys take their growth spurts a lot later, and then they outgrow everybody.
Pretty much.
My
think-
ears and my tiara.
Your ears.
I
And
like it. I like it. Looks good. The kitty queen. Candy queen, kitty queen.
Getting spoilt rotten
Uh-huh.
by her granny and her granny's sisters and family. I tell you, she got brought out shopping by them, and my God, the amount of stuff that got bought for her.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess
Lots of clothes.
she's coming up on high school soon, isn't she?
She's
Aren't you
in
there?
middle. She's in middle
You're in-
school.
Middle school.
I'm already in middle school.
Mm-hmm. What grade was it again?
Fifth.
5th grade.
Fifth grade.
I think they do the same way as they do in Canada and America and in Sweden.
Yeah. Well, in Canada, the primary school is up to the 6th grade, and then you're straight into high school. They don't really do middle school.
Yeah, well, because Ireland does primary school and secondary school, and
Yeah.
you start when you're 4, and you've got 8 years of primary, and then 6 years of secondary afterwards.
Yeah.
So I've always find the grade thing. I'm in grade 5, and it's like, which year was that again? I don't remember. Yes, honey? Huh?
This sounds very rich.
It probably does, but I can't really do much about that at the moment. We'll just do our best, okay? And if you want, I can just put my headphones onto you and then leave.
Yeah.
And she just goes, yeah, straight off. Yeah, leave. Get out of
Yeah.
here, Daddy. I don't want you in here anymore. Out with you.
Out with you. Get out of here.
Oh, that's it. I now have to knock on her bedroom door as well. I got given out to for that.
Well, she's growing up.
Oh, she's grown. Don't talk to me about it. Although I've forbidden her from dating until she's 85.
No, until
That's
I'm
good plan.
5.
85.
5.
85.
5.
And you can't get married until you're at least 90.
9.
And no kids till you're 95.
5 again.
Yeah.
At a young age.
And yes, Clara, I know that's what grandparents are for. That's if only they could have spoilt me too when I was a kid. But however,
Yeah.
now they do it to my kids instead, and I don't really mind.
Mm.
No.
So how are you doing in school?
How are you doing in school?
I'm doing good in school.
She's doing great in school from what I've been
Grand.
told.
Mm,
Oh yeah, she's Irish, so she's doing grand.
grand. Yeah.
Grand.
Grand.
Yeah,
What's your best subject?
best subject is
English.
Well, of course it's English.
English.
She's one of the 2 people there in her class that speaks English as their mother tongue, so that they've got 2 languages from the beginning.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Molly has it a bit better than the other person because I'm Irish, so obviously I
Do you
speak the
like
best
my
English in the
ring?
world. But no, the teachers actually will.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, I mean her English is so good. Her teachers let her do her work, And then Molly will go up and help the other children that aren't so good in English in her class, which is a fantastic way of teaching
Yeah.
her and
Mhm.
making sure that she knows how the language is to be used and how to teach it too. So it's a
Yeah.
fantastic, which
Yeah,
I'm very
that's
happy
good.
about.
That's very
Sorry,
good.
my ring.
That's a nice ring.
Yeah,
Who did you get
That's
that
a
off?
my grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Your grandma.
Granny gave
Ooh,
it to her.
special. Special. Don't lose
Well,
it.
she's Granny's only daughter.
Ooh.
I know that sounds strange, but I mean, I only have brothers, and my brothers, they have children, and they're only boys. So this is the only
Oh,
girl.
jeez.
So you can
Ooh.
imagine how spoiled she gets.
Very much so. Absolutely. You're the little gem in the pile, hey?
Oh, that's it. She's the princess and the queen who gets spoiled rotten.
Oh,
Clara says that you've
geez.
got a very pretty ring. What do you say?
Very. Yeah.
Thank
Pretty
you.
ring.
Thank you, Clara.
Yes, good girl. But yeah, as I was explaining to Molly, Clara is one of the Swedish people in the chat.
Uh-huh.
So Molly can speak her secret language, and not too many people will understand.
Hey, Clara.
Uh-huh. Although
Clara.
there are a few people here who are from other countries within Europe who might just be able to understand some Swedish.
Yeah.
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 I think the majority of the people in our chat tend to be either UK or Aussies and
Yeah, English-speaking
And,
countries.
yeah, and well, mid-European.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And very good at languages.
Mm-hmm. We got
Because they're
a
all
few
smart people.
Americans.
Well, we won't say anything about the Americans.
Okej, well.
Du kan ju skriva
said.
till Sara om du vill istället för att prata.
Mm.
Det är helt upp till dig. Sorry, I'm speaking Swedish to her, but I need to keep up my level, my practicing in Swedish as well. So,
Well, absolutely.
I don't want to lose my other language that I learned.
No.
Don't ask
You
me to
gotta make
spell anything though.
That's cool. Well, at least you can have a conversation in another language.
Oh yeah, I can do it more than just have a conversation as well. Although the technical words have always gotten me. I've never been able to pick up the technical side of Swedish, unfortunately. Which kind of sucked when I was trying to fix steam trains and they're saying all these technical words about tools and stuff, and I'm looking at them going, "You want a what?"
Yeah.
Sorry? Explain that one to me, and they didn't know the English translation for it, and we're just kind of going, okay.
Eddie is here. Eddie.
Oh, Eddie.
Hi, Eddie.
Hey, Eddie. You just missed Molly's stuffed doggies.
Oh, but I'm sure Molly'd be only too happy to show them off again.
Look at that, Eddie. What do you think? 2 stuffed puppies. Look at that. Huh?
A doggy and a fox, an Alsatian and a fox. And then
And
we
a
got
fox.
Then we got
Wow.
some cats.
some kitty cats.
Ooh, some kitty cats. Look at that.
And a unicat.
And a unicat. Ooh, and Eddie says, "Oh, I need to see more."
A rainbow unicat.
And the rainbow unicat's daughter.
Oh, and a tiny rainbow unicat. Ed wants to see more of them. Go on, go get the other ones. We might as well make Ed happy because Ed always deserves to be made happy.
Fred Bailey's in the house. Hello, Fred. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Hi.
Oh man, look at that one. A fuzzy pink one.
Boop.
Heart nose.
Boop. Yeah, try not to push over.
You do realize, of course, that you've just set Eddie off. Those are her favorite kinds of things.
Oh,
Anything
I know.
squishy is soft and cuddly.
brought
Oh,
Oh, jeez, look at that. What's
I
that?
know. And Molly's only too happy to show off all of the things to anybody who wants to see them.
Yeah.
Clara said boop as well. Boop. Yep. Go on, get more. You've got more. Go on, get them. Etty wants to see. And we cannot disappoint the Et.
Oh, of course not. We cannot disappoint. I think we got a surprise for you, Eddie. She's going to get it now.
Because Et makes everybody happy, so why shouldn't we make Et happy too?
Absolutely. These are things that really make her happy. That's right, Jens. A squeezy unicorn.
A squeezy unicorn. And a unicat. I never knew that there were rainbow unicats, and now there are rainbow unicats.
Melting
Things I
Eddie.
needed in my life I didn't know about. Melting it. Well, you know, Molly's only too happy to show off everything.
Uh-oh, she's got something here. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
It's one of those stress, it's a stress octopus.
Stress octopus.
And it has a...
Oh, and a bunny.
You won't be able to see it so well, but it has a circular mouth here. And then when you turn it inside out, it has a sad face.
Look at Miss Rabbit's
Look at the bunny.
eye.
Now, is that ours or yours? Oh yeah. Well, there's loads of soft toys in this house because me and my brothers had lots of soft toys when we were younger too.
Nice kid, nice bunny.
My Rosie.
Molly's comfort toys. Which we bought here in Pennies or Primark, but it's Pennies originally, for €3. And then so when Molly was born, we got them for €3, and then we went back over to Sweden, and Molly had lost one, so we went to the local store to try and find a replacement. Do you want to know how much they were in Sweden?
How much?
150 Swedish crowns, which is €15.
Oh my Lord! 5 times the price.
€3 in Pennies or €15 in Sweden, and there was no difference in any of the materials. They were even the same sort of animal and color and everything. There was no difference. Only the fact that it was super inexpensive.
Are they like puppets? Oh, geez, look at that.
No, they're not puppets. There's nothing special about them. It's just a square of material.
I got you.
And Molly's had one since she was born as a comfort toy. And she's had, I don't know how many of them, because then when we seen how much they were in Sweden, we came to Ireland again for another little holiday, and we pretty much went into Pennies and bought every single one that was on the shelf on the day. And now Molly only has 3 of them left.
That's a cool
2
neck
of them
pillow.
left.
And you bought one new, and my mom bought one new.
So there's always
a stitch neck pillow.
A stitch in time saves. Well, not if it's my stitching, doesn't save anything.
That's cool.
And who goes with Stitch?
Lilo. You have Lilo?
Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
You don't have a Lilo? You need to get a Lilo.
I only have Stitch.
Not yet. We're working on it, though, I'm sure.
We're working on it. Next time we go shopping with Tina, I'm gonna buy one.
Well.
Yes.
Say it into nam.
Wow.
I'm trying to guide her to buy more T or Tie or TY soft cuddly toys, just because they are the best quality.
Yeah.
And while they are kind of expensive, they're not the most expensive ones either, and they will last her forever. So she's got a collection. And Rosie as well, obviously.
And Rosie.
Can't forget the Rosie. And what are we doing today? We are going to have a barbecue because yesterday was
Midsummer.
Midsummer. It was raining yesterday, so we couldn't do barbecue, and it was raining. And before Clara goes and says anything, it was raining too much to have a barbecue, because I'd never let rain stop a barbecue, but it was just raining so much that
You couldn't keep it lit.
yeah, I would not. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't have been able to keep it lit. But today we've got scorching weather, so I probably won't even have to use a lighter to light the barbecue.
Awesome.
No.
What are you gonna put on the Barbie? You gonna have steaks and hot dogs and burgers or what?
Well, Molly was very, very nice, and she brought over special Swedish marinade for meat, which you can't
Ooh.
get here in Ireland. So I've only ever seen it in Sweden. It's absolutely
Ooh.
delicious.
Yum,
And so
yum.
I've got a 1.5 kilos of pork chops,
Oh, wow.
and they've been marinating since yesterday. So
Oh,
they're
man,
going
you're
to
making
be
me hungry
just.
now.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. I've been looking at them and moving them around and stirring them, going, I want to eat them now.
I hope they're thick.
They're about half an inch, so just perfect. So they cook quickly, but they retain their juiciness and flavor and stuff. So,
Yeah.
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 So-
I find that the butchers here, they slice the pork chops too thin. I mean, 30 seconds in their shoe soles.
yeah. Not the ones I have. They're bought in a pack from the fridge. I don't go to the butcher really.
Mhm.
But I buy good meat. When I do buy it, I buy good meat, and they're about say half an inch, quarter to half an inch,
Yeah.
and they cook nicely, not too quick, not too slow, and
Mhm.
so delicious.
Wow.
Well,
That
answer
sounds
her then.
tasty.
Sorry, I was talking to Molly.
Cool.
If you can't have a barbecue, what's the point of midsummer? I know. Tell me about it. But just weather took care of that for me yesterday, unfortunately. But we're doing it today, so we're having an Irish-style midsummer.
Yeah, exactly. See,
Because
he
I
says,
know it's shocking, Clara, but Ireland doesn't do midsummer.
Yeah, Sable says, you got a big saucepan and a way to heat it? Ooh, nice ring there, buddy.
Yeah, so I have garlic and herb mini potatoes. And we have broccoli and corn and pork chops. And I'm going to make some garlic butter.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting very hungry.
Yeah, you got to get some baguettes and make garlic bread.
Not for this one. Gluten intolerant. So bread,
Oh,
no.
okay.
No. But there will be plenty of garlic butter. That's for
good.
sure. Nothing better than garlic butter.
Just melt it over the hot broccoli, and that's wonderful.
I don't eat the broccoli. The broccoli be for everybody else.
What's the matter?
I can cook broccoli. That's fine. But if it was just me in the house, I'd cook the broccoli and then just throw it straight in the bin.
Oh, jeez.
I don't like broccoli. I'm just not one of those people who likes broccoli.
Well, yeah, I actually like it. I like it a lot. Broccoli and cauliflower, I like that. It's good stuff.
Well, now I was quite shocked because they do say that children, especially babies and stuff, have an aversion to broccoli because it has that bitter taste of it. The umami. This one here has loved broccoli since day one. Absolutely loves it. And so when I do remember to buy it and cook it for her, I just melt butter on it and she'll eat a whole big bowl of broccoli covered in butter.
Yeah, I do the same thing. My favorite thing is peas.
My mom tried that one time.
I love peas.
My mom tried that one time, and I just gobbled up all the broccoli.
Excellent. Now, Molly doesn't like peas, unfortunately.
I don't like peas.
I love peas, though.
I love peas, too.
Mm-hmm.
Peas
and corn and some baby carrots.
Yeah. In a bowl with lots of butter. Yum, yum.
I must try that with garlic butter because that might actually be very nice now that I'm thinking
Yeah.
about it. Hmm.
Yeah, let the garlic
We'll
butter
do that
just
with the
melt
corn
over all
today,
of them.
though.
You know,
Yeah.
mix it up well with a spoon. You know, get a
Oh yeah,
little
of course.
lake of melted garlic butter at the bottom of the bowl. You know, and get a bunch on your spoon with the peas and stuff. Oh, yum yum yum.
Oh yes. Oh nom 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 noms. Did you
Nom
not
nom
have
nom
more
nom.
tea toys?
Not with me. There's more at home.
Oh, you
Hmm.
didn't bring them with you. Okay. I was just asking.
And
I have more.
Sable says, just got to bring it to the boil and keep it gently fizzing away. The immersion keeps the meat soft and moist. You can make it 2 hours if you want. Comes out soft enough to eat with a spoon.
In
Are
relation
you
to
talking about?
workshops?
I think he's talking about the pork chops. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
that
don't know.
defeats the whole purpose of a barbecue.
Well, yeah, because the barbecue, for it to be a proper pork chop, it's got to have that char. You
Oh
know.
yeah, most definitely. It has to have that smoky barbecue taste with the
Yeah.
marinade on it. Oh man.
Yeah, the little bit of burnt marinade around the edges, and
Oh yeah.
that's where all the flavor is, man.
If you ever make it to Ireland, score, I will definitely do my best to get some Swedish marinade, and we'll do a barbecue for you because
That'd be awesome.
it's just that good.
Mm,
And I am the barbecue king. Isn't that
mm.
right? And that's from all of her mother's side of the family. You say that nobody barbecues as good as me
There you go.
from their
See?
family. Now I'm sure there are people who can barbecue better than I can in other families, but in her family,
In my family, you're the best.
Well,
Yeah.
it sounds like you found your purpose in life.
well, I guess I was just able to keep, no matter what was put onto the barbecue, I guess I was able to keep it as soft and moist and fully cooked and have
Mhm.
all the charred bits and the hard bits as well as having the soft, chewy, juicy, wonderfulness of it all, no matter
but
what
it's
it was.
those it's the charred bits around the head that have
Mhm.
the most intense flavor, you know?
Oh yeah, I mean that's all part of the wonderfulness of barbecuing.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
don't know. I know Ireland doesn't get the best weather for barbecuing all the time, but I don't know why we don't barbecue more in this country.
Well, as long as the rain isn't too heavy, you can keep it going, and you can kind of find yourself a little bit of coverage. I don't see why you can't barbecue on a rainy day.
Oh, look! I've barbecued in the middle of winter over in Sweden with
There
snowfall
you
and
go.
so it's just like,
I've
yeah,
done
no problem there.
I've done the same in Canada. The wintertime, summertime, raining, what doesn't matter. Just get me a get that thing lit and keep it lit. You're good to go.
Why are you taking pictures though?
I was gonna put you
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Yeah, no, barbecues are great. I just love them. I never really found my interest in them until I moved to Sweden, just because barbecues weren't done here in this country.
mhm.
And when they are done here, it's usually done with sausages,
Yeah,
and that's just boring. Because I can
yeah,
have a sausage whenever I want. When you're doing a barbecue, you have to do something a little extra special for the barbecue.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
usually, and when the sausages come off the barbecue over here, they're usually still frozen on the inside.
Uh-huh.
Because the Irish mentality is, oh, must freeze our sausages all the time,
Yeah.
and then take them straight out of the freezer. Let's not defrost them. Stick them onto the cheap disposable barbecue, and then everybody gets food poisoning.
Yeah, exactly. Crap. Back home in Canada, we used to go barbecue the corn on the cob.
Oh God, yes.
Corn
Just
on
throw that on the grill.
Oh,
Let the husk burn a bit, and it just
dog, yes, and covered with butter as well.
yeah,
Butter makes
Oh,
everything better.
absolutely. Is that a French fry you're eating?
They are chipsticks, is what they are. They're
Okay.
they're a very Irish. As you can
Oh
see,
yeah,
they're made by
okay.
Tato. They're salt and vinegar flavor. They are corn and potato snacks.
Yeah.
This one has now developed a massive taste for salt and vinegar flavored crisps.
Mm.
I'm a happy daddy now that she's done that because I love salt and vinegar too.
Yeah. I like my crisps just plain, just salted. But I also like the sour cream and onion.
Oh, sour cream and onion. Oh yes, yes. But if you're wanting to make a crisp sandwich, it's cheese and onion or salt and vinegar.
Yeah, true enough. Otherwise, it's just
anything else because it
just
won't
doesn't
taste.
cut it.
No, won't taste nice. And I've tried it.
Yeah.
Although
I
having said,
remember
there's a hunky dory flavor called buffalo.
Mhm.
It's amazing in a sandwich.
Mm.
But I don't do it because if people see me doing it, I'll be kicked out of this country and my passport will be revoked.
You ever make chip buddies?
Oh yes, oh god yes, love them, absolutely
Dog,
love
yes.
them. Dog yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Dog,
Dog
yes.
But
yes.
you've got to get proper big thick home style chips.
Oh, is there anything else?
Can't be. Ooh, what's that?
And you have to have that much butter in it that you leave tooth marks, and then
Yeah.
it melts in a nice thick slice of bread. Oh yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
grew up with
that's
that.
that's a proper chip buddy.
I grew up with that. What is this? Oh, this is lip balm. How does
My
it?
7-Up lip
How does
balm.
it open?
You screw it up.
Oh,
Interesting.
7-Up lip balm. Can I have a look? Oh,
It smells like 7-Up, doesn't it?
It's
yeah.
flavored.
It smells just like 7-Up. In fact, it smells better than 7-Up.
You better hide that, dear.
It
Daddy's
has
gonna take it.
Oops.
Oh no! Don't.
It's got the ice cap.
You don't have to worry about that score. No chance I'll get near anything that she likes, especially if it's sweet flavored or a sweet. I'm surprised
what I
there's
miss?
still anything left.
I miss my Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh, yeah. Do you know that's one thing that's happened now since I moved away from Sweden and moved back, or moved away from Ireland and now moved back to Ireland. They're now selling Reese's everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, it's great. And they're the nicer version of Reese's because I remember eating Reese's over in Canada and America and thinking,
Yeah.
these don't taste as great as I remember. And then I came home. Obviously, they make it different for the European market, so there's probably not so much sugar in it, and its chocolate tastes a bit sweeter.
Yeah.
But the European version of Reese's is so much better. Okay.
Yeah. It's much more of a salty peanut butter inside.
Yeah, it works so much better than what the American flavored chocolate does, because American flavored chocolate just is weird.
It's just too waxy and too much sugar in it.
Yeah, it's kind of strange because I know there's more sugar in it, but it doesn't taste like that.
Yeah.
And that's just wrong.
Just wrong.
It is just wrong.
Oh, Sable's got another comment.
Launch
Butter makes everything better. Add butter.
Oh, yeah.
It reduces friction and improves skin moisture levels, and you'll smell like popcorn afterwards.
Oh, I remember when they changed the buses I was driving in Sweden from diesel to HVO, hydrogenated vegetable oil, so use chip fat.
Yeah.
And you'd be so hungry at the end of the day because it just stank like you were in a chipper all day long. And you're going, oh, I'm so hungry now.
That's an interesting concept, though.
Yeah, you'd get very, very hungry. And as a bus driver who's sitting down all day long, the last thing you want is to be hungry and wanting fried foods.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Are you even listening to this?
I am.
Can you hear this?
I hear it from
Good,
yours.
good. Just making sure.
Yeah, no, I
Just making sure.
I hear.
'Cause
I hear.
Oh yeah, you don't have to talk into the microphone. They hear you too. It's a really good microphone. I got these. These are brand new gaming headset. I got them half price because there was a gaming store going out of business.
Mm-hmm.
and according to a couple of people, the microphone quality is absolutely amazing. I don't know if anybody can tell it.
What brand are they?
They are Yes.
Yes. Just yes.
GX Trust. Okay, I'm
I
not familiar with that.
No, I'm not familiar with them either. I've never seen them before in my life. I just went in, looked for a good price, seen a good deal, and I thought, do they work with my PlayStation as well? They said yes. I says, well, I get a really good discount on it. I'll get them. And they were significantly better than I thought they would be.
Mm-hmm. How are they for comfort? Like
they're
long-term wear?
They're very, very comfortable, and they don't have that electronic hum that most headphones have all the time. So when things go quiet, you don't have that little electronic hum until it cuts out. It just cuts out, and there's no noise. And you're going, wait, hang on, is this plugged in and working? And it's kind of, still getting used to that part, but I think I paid €35 for them, and they were €60. So that's a good discount.
Yeah.
Did you see there's 2 Mollies? There's 2 Candy Queens.
I can see. Hello.
Who are you?
Can you take down that? There's a magazine I buy over here. Can you do that? Or you could just take it down the normal way like that. Now, there's a magazine I buy over here, which is more of an adult magazine, but there's some very funny things in it. It's called Viz.
Viz, okay.
I'm sure there are an awful lot of people who are going to say, oh yes, 33, Clara, that's the number you're looking for, 33 or 333. But this is a year's calendar. So here was January. I'm sure you recognize that album cover. The one I'm going to show you now is the one I find the funniest, and the reason why I specifically went and bought this version of it, right? Because I think this is brilliant.
Fleetwood Sack.
Isn't that brilliant?
That's good. That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
It's just like, yes. So some of them I don't recognize, obviously, or they're not that funny really, unless you know Viz itself really well. But this is this month's. Hang on, let me just hold this better.
Oh, geez. Andy Banana Warhol. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh.
I just hate it when a banana does that.
Oh, wow. Which one? Oh, spoiled.
I don't know how much of this I should actually show. We don't want.
Who cares?
We don't want YouTube come joining in. And again, some of these things will only be funny if you know British humor and know of Viz. Yeah, well, Ed, I know you'd know Viz. It's a British magazine. Well, now this is funny just because bacon calling.
I don't know why everybody has such a problem with bacon. I love bacon.
Bacon's great. And as I said many times, I am the Pope of the United Church of Bacon. And even if you don't like bacon, and even if you don't, for some whatever weird reason, don't like bacon, we still accept you, Nick. Can you hang that up on the green one, please?
I'm sure Crafty would be glad to hear that.
well, yeah. Not everybody likes bacon. I understand that. I don't understand why you wouldn't like bacon, because bacon is just the best thing in the universe.
It is. There is nothing better.
It goes with everything.
It does, especially when you've got it nice and crispy, so that it just cracks in your mouth when you bite it. So you got a fistful of crispy bacon in one hand and a big fat chip buddy on the other.
Oh, and of course, this one is great for her bacon.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Ni kan du
Gotta
gå och
have bacon.
släppa in dem och säga att stäng dörren också och säga att jag är på internet. Tack. Sorry, my mother just came home, so real life is happening.
Doesn't it always?
Doesn't it
I mean,
always?
right
But
now,
fortunately, I have
I'm
a
lucky.
great slave
I'm lucky.
to take care for me. Yeah, sorry,
I'm
go
lucky
ahead.
I'm lucky I managed to get a camera going for the show today. So,
Oh, how nice. How nice. It's always lucky to do that.
yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, I have my slave going out to take care of everything else for me so that I don't have to worry about it too much and I don't have to run
Mhm.
away from your broadcast.
Well, I
Or
appreciate
hoping I
that you
don't have
guys
to run
came out.
away from broadcast. Yeah, no, I mean, of course, it's been a while, and now that things are starting to get back to normal and Crafty's coming back, and
Yeah.
oh,
I
that's
don't know how
so.
much. It'll be a couple more months, I think, before she's ready to start the regular flip sides. But at least she's getting back into making some videos and putting up some content. So,
Well, you know, she hasn't had the easiest of time with her
no,
little.
of course not.
At least it's a good sign now that she's thinking about getting back into it and not just
Yeah.
about little Spud. And
Yeah.
of course, he was just brilliant last night. He
He
was
was.
hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
I think I'm gonna when the flip side comes back on. I think we're gonna get rid of the spot the goat game and do spot the spud.
Spot the Spud. Spot the
What
Spud
do you guys
and the
think?
goat. Just have a field full of goats. Where's Spud?
There you go. Find the spud. Spot the spud. What do you think? Hey guys, everyone in the chat,
Spot the
you like
Spud.
that idea?
That sounds like an
Spud?
absolutely fantastic idea.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, and Clara, who said that the banana goes in the other end?
Banana. Hey, as long as it fits. Oh,
Oh, Fliegende Jakob. Oh my God almighty. Oh, Clara, that is one of the dishes I hate with an absolute passion.
what's that?
There's a Swedish dish called Flying Jacob. What is Flying Jacob again? It's basically curried chicken, and
Mhm.
then it's mixed with stuff that doesn't belong in a curry. And I
Okay.
don't like it, but the Swedish love it. I think there's banana in it.
I think so.
Clara, you'll have to remind me of what's in Fliegende Jakob because I don't particularly remember. I just remember not liking it at all.
Hmm.
Although having said that, I'd rather eat Fliegende Jakob than or Flying Jacob rather than Surströmming. So yeah,
Sounds more interesting.
sounds
Yeah.
way nicer.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose. I think things like surströmming it's more about the smell than the actual taste.
Well, this is why they say you should open the can underwater, just so as to spread out the juices that the fish is fermenting in, because it ferments in the can.
Yeah.
I've had to confiscate several cans of that from people who are checking in luggage, because we would have to ask, do you have any sour fish in your bag? Those cans, like, yeah, you can't take them with you on board the aircraft. What? Why not? Why are they allowed to sell them in the country? It's like, yeah, you can still buy it and eat it in the country. You just can't take it on an aircraft
There you go.
because
There you go.
it stinks to high heaven, and B, it's fermenting in the can, so it's technically an explosive device.
That's right. At altitude, it could very well pop.
Exactly. And the last thing they want is this stinky fish exploding inside the aircraft and having to sit
Ooh.
there for several hours just going blah, blah.
And not to mention that, but it's gonna stink up everybody's luggage.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that too. It's just like people, how can you be so silly as to not see the logic as to why we've banned just like
Yeah,
that sort of thing? I mean, there is a logic behind it. It stinks. Oh, but it
yeah. Well,
tastes lovely. Okay, well,
we
there's
have
something wrong with your taste buds, but
we have similar regulations down here regarding a fruit called durian. You know
oh
durian?
yeah, the durian fruit. Yeah, no, I've heard about
Yeah,
that.
that stuff.
And det går sig till farmor att jag kommer att laga mat alldeles strax så att
Yeah,
hon ska inte äta.
you're not allowed to bring them on board either because of the smell.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. I just had to give some instructions to little one for real life, so things will
Mhm.
work out fine. Sorry about that, but yeah, no durian fruit and surströmming, not something I want to try. Now I believe it's delicious,
Well,
but I
yeah.
I
Well,
don't. I don't want to. I don't want to do that experiment of finding out whether it is delicious or not. I'm happy to not know.
I did do the experiment actually, and initially, the taste of durian is not quite so bad. It's actually kind of sweet, but
Mhm.
it immediately leaves an aftertaste that is exactly the same as the smell you get from the fruit when you
Oh,
first crack it open.
Jabus. Oh, ugh,
You know, and
that's
I
horrible.
can't. I don't have a tolerance for that for the smell, and it's the same as a condiment that they often have in many of the vendors and street side restaurants where they sell noodle soup, you know, pho and boon and things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And they'll have these. They have these little bowls with a purple shrimp paste, and I swear that stuff smells like the absolute worst smelly foot you've ever smelled in your life.
Oh Lord. Although I suppose if you grow up with it and you tried it from a very young age, and you're probably used to the smell, and it's probably quite nice, but it's not something I
Yeah,
want to get used to, especially not
I can't get
surströmming.
past. Yeah, I can't get past the smell. Just like a lot of people can't get past the taste of salted licorice. Like, I grew up with it. I'm a Dutchman. I grew up salted licorice, a double, triple salt. I love that stuff. But most people,
That's very Swedish and Finnish. Hmm?
hmm. Well,
Oh, right.
it's
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Clara. Yeah. That's very Swedish and Finnish to have the salty licorice. I
yeah,
don't like it too salty myself. However, I have grown to love the salty licorice that the Swedish do,
yeah,
and salmiak as well, which is sort of the
yeah. I
same thing.
love salmiak.
And
And the thing is, no matter how hard I try, I cannot get that stuff here. I just can't.
yeah, it's quite difficult. Now it's everywhere in Sweden, obviously, because they just love the stuff.
Hmm.
But it's one of those sweets where eat you won't overeat it, obviously because of the saltiness of it, but it is really nice and just delicious.
Yeah,
What do you think of salty
yeah.
licorice, Molly? Not at all, at all.
I
You
love
like
it.
licorice. Okay.
I
I
love it.
suppose
I don't even like sweet licorice. I just don't like licorice.
you don't like licorice. Oh, how strange. Here's a half Swedish, half Irish girl, right? She doesn't like potatoes, mashed potatoes,
What?
and she doesn't like licorice. I don't know where
What?
I got her from. I don't know where I got her from. I
That's
don't.
surprising. And she grew up in Sweden.
And she grew up in Sweden.
You'd think those are two things that she'd love.
Yeah, and the Swedish kind of like their potatoes too. So I don't understand why she doesn't like her like every sort of potato.
Mm.
She really only likes chips. Don't you, Molly?
Maybe, maybe it's that. Maybe it's the Irishman in her. It's kind of like cannibalism. Oh no!
I'm not.
What,
I'm not.
what is she doing?
Huh?
What's she doing right now?
Right now, she is playing on her phone and reading the chat, and I think she might be talking to people in the chat.
I'm talking to
That's
Carl.
cool.
Oh, excellent.
That's really
I'm
cool.
sleeping with the chocolate's the best candy.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah,
no,
she's being active in the chat. That's awesome.
yeah, that's
Jens
super
has
cool. Hmm?
can't you order a packet of spunk from Denmark? Well, there's a couple of places online where I get the Dutch stuff, drop, double salt and triple salt. There are a few
Yeah,
online places where I can
but
order.
sometimes the price isn't worth it though.
Well, that's just it. It's a little bit pricey. The cost of shipping it to Vietnam is crazy, and some of those places won't even ship to Vietnam.
Yeah, it's
You know?
very strange. But I'd happily. I mean, if it was me, I can wait for a while, and then when I do get a chance to get the stuff that I love from wherever it is, like like proper poutine, for example, I miss that terribly. And I can try and make it myself here with gravy and grated cheese and mozzarella, but it just isn't. It's not the same as actually being in Toronto and eating it in Toronto.
Yeah.
For
you
me.
got to have the right gravy, and you got to have the proper cheese curds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And as Clara has now told me, Flying Jacob is chicken, rice, tomato puree, cream, bananas, and peanuts. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the bananas in the curry so much.
Yeah.
And as for the tomato puree, I can leave it. Don't mind it.
And as far as the peanuts, well, I would leave them out and maybe substitute them for coconut.
But do you know what? I have found in curries, nuts of any sort. It doesn't have to be peanuts. It can be cashews or macadamias or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They go really well with spicy curries, and especially creamy spicy curries. It's very, very strange. So that's one good thing I like about it. Was the Swedish who taught me that one.
Yeah.
In fact, they even do a pizza which has banana, curry, and peanuts on it.
That's interesting.
Now, I usually substitute the banana for chicken. It's interesting, but it's not. It's very odd, and it's not something I'd order an awful lot because the curry that they put on isn't the way I like my curry, and it's not spicy at all because the Swedish idea of spicy is water.
Okay, all right. So giving them a chili or two is not. It would kill them.
Yeah, I mean, there was in the town I used to live in. There was an Indian restaurant, and I'd order the vindaloo, and of course that's the spiciest dish on their menu, and I'd order it extra strong. And I was like, can I have it extra spicy? They're going, it's extra spicy already, and I'm not slagging off Indians. That was his actual accent because I knew the guy from the buses, right? I was like, yeah. I want it extra strong. I know exactly what I ordered. He's like, but it's very, very strong. Yes, I'm aware of this fact. Can you do that for me? Oh, yes, no problem. If that's what you want, we'll do it. So, yeah, every time I rang in, I think I was the only person in the whole county who ordered a vindaloo. And I wanted it super, super strong, more than it was. Yeah, he knew me off by heart whenever I'd ring in. I just go, I'm the guy who wants the vindaloo. Oh, I know your entire order. No problem. We'll have it ready for you. But then a few years later, when I was driving buses, I met the guy on the bus and we were talking and he recognized me from being the vindaloo guy. And I was asking him about it. He did all of the sauces himself. He handmade them all from scratch himself.
Good Indian restaurant.
And that was the mark of great food.
Yeah.
And it was expensive, but the quality was just outstanding.
Yeah.
And he'd make the dish however you asked him to make it. But he still thought I was super strange for being the guy who wanted extra, extra, extra strong vindaloo.
Yeah. Well, because you're the exception to the rule.
Well, this is it. And of course, that vindaloo was so strong it used to make my eyes sweat. My ex said, "Oh, you're crying." It's like, I'm not crying. That's sweat, but it's coming out of your eyes. Yes, it's still sweat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But yeah.
it's like my lady Pearl. She grows her own chilies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, those little red ones,
Hmm.
and she'll often have a bowl of rice with some vegetables and some whatever meat is around, and she'll have one of those red chilies. And but instead of chopping it up or mixing it in with the soup, she'll just eat the soup and then take the chili and take a bite of it.
Now that's one of the weird things with me. I like spicy foods,
Hmm.
but I hate eating raw chilies because they're too sweet.
Mm,
I like the heat from it. I just don't like the sweetness from it.
yeah.
And people go, but how can you tell it's sweet? It's so spicy. It's like, yeah, well, after your tongue gets used to the spiciness of it all, you can actually
Hmm.
taste the flavors that's there.
Yeah.
And it is super flavorful when you're used to it. And it's just like the sweetness, just, I can't, no, thank you.
Yeah. But that's the way she likes it. She likes to just eat the raw chili, just bite off a piece and then eat her noodles or rice or whatever.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
there's this girl who keeps popping up in my shorts timeline. Not that I watch shorts that much on YouTube, but she's a Vietnamese woman who's met a German boyfriend, and so
Uh-huh.
she lives in Germany now, and she's always making the joke about the German stereotypes and also
Yeah.
the Vietnamese stereotypes of the fact that she has to have 3 warm meals a day and they usually got spices in them, and the fact that
Hmm.
her boyfriend can't even handle, a bell pepper, the spiciness of a bell pepper.
Oh God. That's pretty weak.
Exactly.
I
Oh,
mean,
and by the way, Molly,
I didn't even
sorry,
think bell peppers were considered spicy. Yeah.
no, neither did I. But I mean, that's obviously the joke. Um,
Yeah.
by the way, Molly, there's a guy there called Tusk. He's very
Oh
funny.
geez.
He
Yeah.
that's
Hey,
that's
Tusk, how
it.
you doing?
That's Ed's boyfriend.
Yeah,
Or
and he says that the best vindaloo is pork shoulder.
you could best vindaloo is whatever you want to have in it, really, as long as it's strong.
Yeah, it's more about the curry itself than the meat that goes in it.
Well, that's it. That's the way I see it. So I mean, people go,
Yeah.
"Oh, well, you have to have fish in this dish because that's the original." It's like, well, do you know what? You can have whatever you want in the curry sauce because that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
My boyfriend.
my boyfriend giggles.
Mhm. Yeah. Tusk absolutely loves ABBA. I mean, he
He
never
does.
stops talking about them.
He
He
loves that.
loves them. The only thing is, he's a bit shy and can't admit it.
Yeah.
You just admitted it.
Oh, I can admit it. I'm not Tusk. He's not able to though. But I have proof. We have proof that he does love ABBA.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Tusk says that vindaloo is for weaklings.
Well, what's stronger than a Vindaloo then?
There you go, Tusk.
What's stronger than a vindaloo?
Because like
What's
Vindaloo
strong?
is what I've learned to be the strongest one. But however. Oh yeah, Molly could definitely sing some ABBA. Do you know any ABBA?
Well, one time we were listening to ABBA in class.
You're more into your K-pop than anything else.
Oh, she's into that Korean stuff.
Yeah, I can't stop her.
I do know that money.
Oh, money, money, money isn't funny in a rich man's world. Yeah. No, I've tried teaching her good music, like Led Zeppelin and everything that came before the 1980s. But
Yeah.
she still likes K-pop, and I can't
Oh,
stop her, unfortunately.
I find that stuff so annoying.
Yep. It is, and it's just it's factory music. It's just
It is, and
pumped out nonsense.
every last K-pop act is. It's more about the dancers on the stage than the music.
Yeah,
And
although
I'm
this one
sorry
does love
say-
to dance.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's sad to say, but
fancy
Asians
pop.
got no rhythm.
Who cares about rhythm? I mean, Mick Jagger never really had any rhythm, and he still dances.
Yeah, true enough.
Well-
True enough.
What are you pointing at? Who, Tusk or Clara?
Tusk.
Have a what now? A foul, hotter and what's a foul? I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, Tusk. What's a foul?
If that's how it's pronounced. Wait, what? Sorry, Jens. 80% absent with 400,000 Scoville. What? What did I miss? That sounds like absolute torture, but I want to try it.
Oh, you want torture? You should try the death nut.
You silly Billy.
I am a silly Billy. That's correct.
Now you're octopus.
What's the death nut?
The death nut is it comes in a tube, and it's 5. There's 5 nuts, and I think it starts at like 100,000 Scoville, and until you get to the last one where it's like 5 or 6 or maybe
it's
even
one of-
7 million Scoville.
It's
And
one
the
of those
challenge is-
things. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
the
like
yeah.
the death chip.
Yeah, you listen
You know, the
to
black chip.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I
I
haven't
think-
watched any of those challenges yet because I think that's kind of silly.
I
But that's
the,
just
the
me.
challenge. The challenge is you're supposed to eat it, and you can't drink anything for 5 minutes, and it's supposed to be like excruciating.
Well, it all again with curries, it all depends as to whether or not you're used to it and what it actually tastes like
Hmm.
compared to the heat from it. Because the heat is one thing, the taste is another. I mean, I can eat. Obviously, I can eat wasabi because it's not really that strong. It's just I don't like the sweetness or the actual taste of it.
Yeah.
The heat,
Yeah.
I've not a problem with.
Yeah.
Are you saying that I'm old?
Yeah, you're 400 billion gazillion years old.
Holy
you.
mackerel!
Yeah,
Holy
my
mackerel.
first pet was a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah, I had one of those.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Molly.
You're welcome.
Thanks for doxing my age to everybody.
Yeah, you're right, Sable. Those challenges put people in the hospital.
Bazillion gajillion years old.
Yeah, if you're not used to eating curries, that's definitely not somewhere you want to be going, especially when you're starting to go really that high up on the Scoville scale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like everybody. There's all kinds of companies that are constantly trying to outdo each other with hot sauces. Like,
I've never really found any of that funny. Like, there's that guy who does that hot wing challenge while he's interviewing
Yeah.
somebody. I kind of like that because that's actually quite interesting, and the interview is really good.
mhm.
And the hot wings, they're not that hot really for the people who are doing it, and they're used to that sort of thing. But I mean, as for the rest, this challenge of eating the hottest Dorito in the world is just like, nah.
Yeah, that's just kind of just pain.
You're not one.
Yes, I am. I'm just a baby.
She's just a baby.
Just a baby. Just a baby.
And you can sing the song that Score loves.
Oh no, you can't. No, you can't. You don't know that song. I know you don't know that song. You hate that song, don't you, Molly? Please.
No, that's
Oh,
not
no,
what I
don't-
wrote.
Don't.
Daddy
please.
shirt.
No,
It's
no.
a daddy shirt. Daddy shirt.
No. No.
Well, look, you love that song as much as Tusk loves ABBA.
No.
You
No.
exposer.
Ooh. Speaking of
Exposer.
Tusk, there was a Hot Wings challenge in Edinburgh for a while, but people kept finding themselves in the hospital. The girl who won the last time had to go to A&E twice, but went back to finish it.
Jesus. That's glutton for punishment, is what that is.
That is a glutton for punishment. Stop it, Clara. Clara.
Blow hi do 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 blow
Oh,
hi do
man.
do do do.
That's it.
I'm just a baby.
Just a baby, she says.
Well, it feels like it was only yesterday she was just a baby, and now look at her, she's massive.
I'm just a
I know.
baby.
You're growing up fast, man. Growing up big time.
Where did all that time? Where did all
Holy. How
those
tall is your
hours
mum?
go?
How tall is your mum?
Her mother is
I'm just a baby.
her mother is almost as tall as me, and I'm 6'2". I don't remember
Holy.
how tall she actually is. So yeah, she's tall. She's gonna be
She-
really tall.
She's got a mixture of both your genes, so it's a good thing that she's going to be looking down at both of you by the time she's 18.
Yeah, I mean, there's tall on both sides of the family, so she's definitely going to be a tall young one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, the toughest part about that is just going to be keeping up with her clothes and things. She's going to grow out of stuff so fast.
Oh, it's already happening. That's why we get stretchy clothes.
Mm.
Although she does like the stretchy clothes. She got what she's wearing now. She got the other day from her
Yesterday,
grand auntie.
Mm.
Sorry, I didn't mean yesterday. One of the days that have happened since you got here.
yeah, last
Mm.
week's Friday.
Last Friday.
Last Friday, not yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's a tall young lady. She doesn't have long left before she's actually being a teenager and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. How long does she go in with her shoes before she needs new ones?
Do you know, her shoes she's not growing out of her shoes too fast that I'm aware of. Obviously, since I don't live in the same country anymore, I don't see it too much.
Yeah.
But
No, I've had a size 27 for like a few years now.
yeah, that's gonna change shortly though.
Probably.
But
Probably.
yeah, we'll see. We don't know what's going to happen. She might stay this size for all of her puberty. I don't know.
You just never know, right? You never know.
Or she might turn out to be just of a normal height at some point.
Yeah, it
I
could
don't
go
know.
either way, but
Yeah.
the way she's going now compared to the last time I saw her.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
Really, she's going to shoot up pretty quick.
she's been tall since she was born, so like there's no doubting she's going to be a tall adult.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
That's
And,
okay.
well, I've big it up on her, and I tried to make her feel proud of being tall, because her mother has always had
Absolutely.
her mother always had a problem with being tall, because obviously back in the 80s, 90s, women weren't allowed to be tall, because everything was
Well,
made
yeah.
for short. Everything was made for being short.
Mhm.
And if you were an inch taller than what was average, then good luck trying to find clothes that fit you, or that,
Yeah.
trousers that went all the way down like they're supposed
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
But fortunately, that's not the same now. It's still difficult for me. I mean, I'm 6'2", and I'm not the only one 6'2" around anymore, but trying to find clothes that fit me properly is still very difficult.
It's still a challenge, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I
Yeah.
do it. I know where to go, but I can't buy it for cheap and I definitely if I'm not one for going fashionable clothing, but if
Yeah.
I was, then I'd have no
You'd have a
chance at
nightmare.
all. Yeah, I go for stuff that's not fashionable.
Yeah, exactly. That'd probably be the only stuff you could find that does fit. I have the
Mm.
same problem here. You know,
Well,
most
obviously, the Vietnamese are going to be
everything
an
here
awful
is
lot
mostly
shorter.
made for these Asians. They
Yeah.
generally tend to be shorter. So
Mm.
finding, especially shoes, that's the biggest thing.
Oh,
Like
I mean,
I can
I've
find
got.
shoes here that are long enough for my feet, but the problem is my feet are broad.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
have
find the
similar.
right width.
That's why I pretty much I I try to buy Skechers if I can because they're just
Uh-huh.
good clothes. The first pair of Skechers I bought them in Canada, at least 14 years ago, 14, 15 years ago.
Hmm.
I still have them, and the only thing that's wrong with them is that they have a 3D sketch, the word Skechers in 3D glued onto the back. One of them is half falling off. That's the only thing that's wrong with them. And obviously that I've worn down the sole of them a bit from using them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're still just as good as the day I bought them, really.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, and Skechers, I should probably try and get a get a sponsorship because I bought Skechers for my mother as well for her to go walking, and
Hmm.
she absolutely loves them. And this one got Skechers too. Are you gonna go and get your shoes and show score?
Mm.
She got
The
a
big,
nice new pair of shoes there the other day too, because
the
Daddy
big thing
spoils her
here,
lots.
the big thing here for shoes is Crocs.
Crocs. Well, do you know, I don't mind Crocs that much. I can't wear them without having socks on because
Mm.
my feet get quite sweaty, so they're uncomfortable without socks, and they kind of look stupid with socks on. So
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
Crocs are basically slippers for around the house.
Yeah. I don't even have
Don't
a
wear them
pair.
out.
I don't like them.
They're incredibly comfortable and great for around the house,
Hmm.
but I wouldn't wear them out because they're ugly as sin.
Yeah. They are.
Molly's
Ooh, those are nice.
shoes, aren't they just? They weren't exactly cheap, but apparently they're vegan. So you have to ask for their permission before you put your foot into them. I think that's how vegan works, right?
I think
They
so.
can't eat meat.
I've never seen a pair of shoes being advertised as being vegan before, and I don't fully
No, I
understand
think because of
why.
the shoes, they're not made. They're made out of vegan material.
Yeah. Like there's no animal skins like leather or anything.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't. My brain never went that far in the process of things. Could that stuff be on the floor? No, good. Yeah, I was just trying to see the funny in it, I guess, and forgot to try and find the serious too. But then again, my brain doesn't work very well sometimes. Are you having fun in the side chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see you are. You're
Looks
talking
like
to
she's
Clara.
pretty popular in there.
And saying that my dad's 400,000 bajillion years old.
Are you talking to anybody else but Clara?
Sometimes.
Because you can talk to everybody else. I'm sure they'd have no problems in talking to you.
No, I'm talking to people saying that you're 400 gajillion years old.
Because Chris Durham's also pretty cool to talk to, and Jens and
He
Mario.
is.
I mean,
Chris
there's
Durham
no.
there?
Yeah, Chris Durham is there. I see his name there.
Oh, there he is. Hey,
Yeah.
Chris, how you doing, brother?
I mean, pretty much everybody in this chat now at the moment is one of the cooler people on the internets.
Yeah, well, I don't have a very big fan base, but I do.
You have a good
appreciate
fan
all
base.
you guys coming out every week. I love it.
It's not about having a massive fan base. It's about having a good fan base.
I agree, and I love my fan base because you guys are always here and just having good conversations in the side chat.
It's just a pity
That's
that
what I like.
YouTube can't just let anybody monetize their channels and try and
Oh,
earn money
no.
from the very beginning.
I'll never.
If they
I'll
wanted
never-
to, I mean, this whole thing about getting 1,000 subscribers and however many watch hours, I mean,
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
I'll
I
never
mean,
get
everybody
there.
should have a chance. No, never. Not a chance. Not anymore, anyway. But not that I stream that much anyway lately. We'll have to
Yeah, I
try.
don't
See
think
if
I'll ever get
wait
there.
for sales and get a video camera or something.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean,
And X large. I haven't seen X large before. Welcome. Good to see you.
Yeah, I before this went live, I went and posted this in Clara's server on Discord, so we might have
Oh,
some
cool.
people from there. I don't know. X
Cool.
large is not a name I recognize, but thank you, Clara, for letting me do that.
Yeah, thank you, Clara. I really do appreciate it.
Clara has one of the better servers on Discord, I have to say.
Mm. Yeah. I love seeing new people pop in. I know we're not the most captivating and wild and crazy cool.
No,
But
and I keep disappearing from the screen to read chats.
Well, the thing is, this stream is all about just a bunch of cool people getting together and shooting the crap, shooting the shit kind of thing.
I was gonna say
Having-
we're a bunch of morons doing idiotic stuff, but that's sofa sits and flat earthers.
That's right. We don't go that.
We're not that stupid here.
No.
But we do like to have a rant about it every now and again.
Yeah. I will say though, I'm quite pleased. I haven't gotten a whole hell of a lot of comments, but I'm quite pleased with the good reaction I got from the video I put up last week, or earlier this week, rather.
Well, you know, like I did say to you, it's just like they're not going to ever listen to you. And yeah, it was a great rant to have, but I mean, you're not going to change anybody's opinion.
Oh God,
because how many have tried? How many have tried and failed?
Yeah,
but it was a nice, it was a nice new point of view from somebody.
Well, that's just it. Just little things about that whole group that just get under my skin, and sorry, excuse me.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's naturally.
I just felt a need to get it off my chest and put out a rant. And I haven't put out a video in so long. I thought, why not? I'm going to do a follow-up video as well.
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, we need more smart. We need more smarter videos on YouTube, because I've gone and I've left a whole load of channels. Places I was places where I was paying to be a member and stuff, and I was just I was getting so bored of it all. I was just like, but it's all because it's always the same old crap. There's a new idiot doing the same old stuff.
Shit. Yeah.
And you're going right, and you're and you know, these people trying to debunk them, they're giving them a platform, making them famous, and pointing and laughing is fun for a while, and then it's just kind of like, it
gets tiresome. And that's why I did the video in the style that I did, because I didn't want to do the point and laugh. I'm tired of it. So I just figured I'd take the pain of progress approach and do some research and try and educate rather than point and laugh. And I think the next few videos that I'm going to do to follow up on it are going to be taking the different points I made in that first video and going a little bit of a deeper dive on each one individually.
Good idea. Because we need to stop the pointing and laughing, just for everybody's sake. It's not nice for the other people either. I mean, it's bad behavior from our side. Our side in inverted commas, obviously. But it's bad behavior from us towards them who maybe aren't as smart and need somebody to educate them properly. And pointing and laughing is just not the way to get there.
Yeah.
And I got sick with it, so I left. I mean, I'm still a member of MC Toon's channel, but that's on the edge of me leaving if things don't change significantly. Because again, he's doing the whole "I'm better than you" pointing and laughing sort of thing, and
that's not superior.
That's not educating.
No, I mean, I I like MC Tune. I think he's
Oh yeah,
got.
no, he's a great guy. I mean, there's a reason I'm still there, right?
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
because
But
he's good and
he's
nice.
really gotten onto the he's really gotten onto the moral superiority
Mm-hmm.
complex. You know, uh, and I don't particularly like that so much. You
No,
know.
because you want to help people rather than just point and laugh at them. It's go, I'm better than you, ha ha. Never good for anybody. I mean, you're a teacher. You know how badly that would work with any of your students in class.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
It
why
just
I'm trying to change my ways. I did that with the shills, and I did that on my own channel at first. And after a while of not doing it and going back over my older videos and stuff, and I can't say that I really like who I was.
and
You
you know
know,
what? I forget what age group you do your schooling for.
I do most right now mostly grade 4 and 5.
So
So I'm dealing with
fairly,
I'm dealing with kids between 8 and 10.
maybe that's the style you should be going for if you're going after like flurfs and sovsits to speak
Hmm.
get down to their level, so to
Yeah,
speak, and maybe build them up and build their confidence up because I think an awful lot of them just aren't confident about what has been taught to them in schools because it wasn't taught properly to them in school.
hmm,
And they're just, they were basically told, learn it and you'll pass your test, and that's all you've got to do. You don't have to understand any of it, which is
yeah,
just the worst way of trying to educate somebody.
yeah.
And
I
then
agree.
things naturally change, like they've done and significantly changed,
Hmm.
people don't want to change their minds because they don't understand why they learnt what they learnt. They were just told
Yeah,
to just learn that book off by heart,
yeah,
and that's just wrong.
yeah. You're right. You're right. So at least that I have a plan for the next little while, and we're gonna take it. But I'm not gonna make it a regular thing. I'm just gonna do maybe a series, and then that's it. I'm done with soft sits.
I mean, that's all. I mean, that's all cool. I mean, do it whenever you want, and it's a bit of fun every now and again to see who's the newest sov sit or flurf on the scene.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got that dingbat chili
Oh, jeez.
decapitated. The
The loser
stuff
of
he
losers.
the stuff he's doing at the moment, and I've left a whole load of places. I'm still a member of Blue Bacon, so this is how I know anything about chilies, because obviously Blue Bacon's going through the courts with him now at the
Hmm.
moment, and Chili just keeps losing at everything in court,
Hmm.
and it's just like how bad in the brain do you have to be to not realize that you're losing all of your court cases and
Hmm.
everything's getting thrown out, and yet you keep getting arrested and you keep trying to sue people and they keep throwing you out of
Yeah.
court.
Yeah.
Like,
If it even gets to court.
if it even gets to court, I mean, what's the next step for him that's going to be the worst thing that's going to happen to him?
He's gonna
I mean,
end
'cause
up in
something
jail.
bad. Yeah, something bad is going. No, he's going to end up getting shot.
Yeah.
Because he did get shot by some guy. Somebody did actually shoot a BB, or he threw a stone at him while he was
Hmm.
filming in a massive group of people in some town somewhere. I forget where it was. But it's
Hmm.
just like, that could very easily have been something very, very different.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And he doesn't understand that he's put himself into that danger zone.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, Fred Bailey,
So,
the super chats roll in because there are people out there who are supporting him, and I don't know why they support him and like what he's doing, and then there are people out there who are also sending him super chats to make him do the stupid.
yeah, exactly. And he goes, he feeds off that.
Yep.
He feeds off that. It
And
puts
he
food on his table. because he's incompetent with anything else.
And somebody is going to get hurt, and there's going to be a police officer or some innocent stander by who's going to be worse off than what Chili is because Chili did the stupid.
Yeah.
Just think. Chili could have been shot by a cop
Mm-hmm.
on a couple of occasions.
Mm-hmm.
And think how bad that would have been for the policeman. That he would have had to have done that sort of thing to somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
It's bafflingly stupid.
Because the cop is probably going to lose his entire career over it.
Forget his career, his mental sanity from having to deal with that situation.
Yeah, well, cops deal with it every day in the States.
Well, I know, and it can't. It's not easy.
No, it's not.
And why would you go and put yourself into that position where this could be a reality for you?
Yeah.
It's just wrong.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm kind of happy that I'm after leaving a whole load of those channels, because it just isn't working anymore. An awful lot of the people on YouTube who are doing this sort of stuff with flurfs and sofs, they need to start changing. Because eventually YouTube is not going to be covering any of those people anymore, and they will have moved somewhere else and doing something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Congratulations. The little one, she is being absolutely brilliant. I have to say that. I couldn't have asked. I mean, of all the things I've done in my life, she has to be the best.
Absolutely. She's a sweetheart.
She definitely is.
Yeah.
She makes life so much easier. And when I'm feeling down and, don't want to do anything, and she comes in looking for sweets and stuff, and I'm just like, can you just wait until tomorrow for it? And she's like, okay, and happy and bubbly, and walks off.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, brilliant. What a wonderful young lady I've raised. And then I feel bad, obviously, so I go and get her the sweets, and she's happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But no. But how's things on your end with the you were mentioning tech problems and cameras? What's going on there for you?
I've been using my fiance's old iPhone, because I used to have a Handycam, a Canon Handycam that I was using, but that thing is giving up the ghost.
Oh, jeez.
So I've been using an old iPhone, and I fucking hate iPhones. I hate Apple products of all kinds. I don't want nothing to do with Apple. It's always been a problem. Yeah, I see. I hate them. And this thing, it's slow as hell to charge, and sometimes it won't charge at all. And I had the thing on the charger for hours today, and I still was only at 20%.
Your battery's messed up then.
Yeah, and I got fed up. So I've got her Android phone that I'm using right now. That's a camera, because I can't really afford to get a proper camera. No. I wish I could. I really do. I've been wanting one for years, ever since I started YouTube. But
let's just say, if you find the winning lotto numbers, we can share, and if I find the winning lotto numbers, I'll share with you, obviously.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck is right. I mean, there's so many things I'd like to do with my channel, but my equipment is getting old. It's wearing out, and I just don't have the money to replace it or keep up with the upgrades. So I'm making do with what I've got, and until the day it all dies on me. That's all I've got, really. So
well, that's pretty much mostly why when I do anything online, it's streaming computer games, because my PlayStation 4, I just press broadcast. It does everything else for me, and I know it's just going to work.
Yeah. See, that's just it. I don't play games. I'm not a gamer. I don't play. I don't have an Xbox. Don't want one. Don't need one.
Well, I'm not saying it's for everybody. It's just I'm saying that it's what's working for me right now, and I'm
exactly
be that way for me for
Yeah.
quite some time, because probably the next anything I get computer wise will probably be a PlayStation 5.
Hmm.
But I'm waiting for a couple of games to come out on that first, because obviously I want a games console that I can actually have games for that I like, that I like, not that
Yeah.
the critics like, and go,
Yeah.
oh, this is the best game ever. No, it's the worst game bleeding ever.
But even if I was a gamer, I can't afford a console.
Oh, neither can I. I
I
mean,
can't.
the cheapest one I found in Dublin at the moment is €505 for a PlayStation 5.
I'd never get even close to that. All of my income, which is not that high to begin with, goes into paying the mortgage and the bills and just about everything else. I'm lucky to have what I have computer wise. And it's
Jesus,
getting on to 7 years now since I built this computer. It's starting to
that's
show signs of its age.
yeah. That's one of the reasons I stopped getting computers, because I used to do before. Obviously, I found YouTube many years ago.
Mhm.
I used to buy laptops, and they'd break, and I wouldn't know how to fix them. And then I'd buy a new one, and it'd break, and I wouldn't know how to
Yeah.
fix it. And I just like, I'm getting tired of this. And then the iPhone came out, and it's just like,
Mhm.
oh, great! It's a computer that I can hold in my hand, and it just works. I
Mhm.
don't really need to do anything with it. I don't need
Yeah.
a laptop anymore. I can
Yeah.
go and get myself my PlayStation 4. So that's what I did.
Yeah.
And it's just like, great. And now and as the iPhones have gotten better, obviously my timeline's a bit mixed up there with the way I'm explaining it. But
But no, I
yeah,
understand what you're saying.
you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got a computer that works, and it's my iPhone. And what more do I need?
Hmm.
I have a printer which I can print wirelessly from my iPhone to, and I don't need anything more.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I mean, I could probably, I mean, if I really wanted to, I could invest in getting a GoPro and go and video some of the really cool history and places around Dublin, because I know quite a bit of the history, but
Hmm.
I don't have the time or the skills to edit.
Yeah.
So it's just
True.
like, that can wait.
Yeah. Exactly. Whereas
I have
there's a
other
lot of stuff
priorities.
around here that I would really like to do. But
Yeah.
with what I've got, it's not looking like it's gonna be anything near what I would want. Like
I know that.
I really want to get that Vietnam Unlisted channel going, but
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say that to you. You were saying something that.
yeah. And if I
About that
had more
ages ago.
reliable equipment, it would be up and running already. But
Mm.
it just doesn't seem to want to cooperate. So
Well, maybe one of these days you'll have a happy accident. A happy accident will happen, and everything will go your way for once, instead
yeah,
of your computer dying because of some crappy virus that somebody's written.
yeah, exactly. That did me in really well. So I'm still recovering from that.
That's
So,
another thing I don't understand, why anybody would go out and purposefully do that sort of thing to hurt people.
yeah,
Like, why?
Yeah.
Why do we have to hurt others? Like, seriously, why?
good question. Good question. Good question.
But we've done it for millennia. Since there's been two humans, I've wanted to be better than the other human, and I'm gonna fight you for it.
Exactly. So where did she go?
She's gone upstairs
Oh, no.
to do something, which is what she does, because she's 11 and she's got the concentration power of a. Well, maybe goldfish have better concentration, but
Yeah, the attention
She-
span of a housefly.
I don't know if she said bye to Mario, if she said bye to chat, but I'm not going to stop her, and it's starting to get near dinner time anyway, so I'm going to be going. I think I'd better go myself and start making dinner because barbecues take a little while.
There you go. There you go. We're
And
almost
I'm
out of time anyway. We only got 10 minutes left. So,
and I'm starting to get the hungries.
well, if you got to go, you got to go. You know, you got a little girl to take care of.
Well, you said 10 minutes, so I can do the 10 minutes. And Jens, yeah, lucky you learning how to fix laptops. I tried to fix laptops, they got even more broken. I just look at a
Yeah.
computer. I just look at a computer and it breaks.
The technology is just, it's gotten so far advanced. I can't keep up with it.
Yeah, no, technology just doesn't like me at all, no matter which way you look at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
The
Such as
technology
like,
is not that bad for me. I mean, problem is I just can't afford the technology.
well, that's another thing. I mean, if you want to have the most up to date everythings, you have to be sort of a millionaire. I mean, Bill Gates
Kinda,
can't
yeah.
even. Bill Gates couldn't even afford to build a computer the way
Yeah, exactly.
he wants
I
it
mean,
to be built. So
I don't even, I haven't even thought about building a new computer. I'd just be happy to be able to afford the parts to upgrade what I've already built 7 years
Mhm.
ago.
yeah,
You know, but just the price of a motherboard, CPU, and RAM is already double what my budget would be.
oh, it's extortionate.
You know, and I
Some of
have to
these things are
change all
extortionate.
three. I can't just upgrade the motherboard or the CPU because, you know,
Hmm.
I'm sorry, but if I'm going to upgrade anything, those are the three things that have to be done simultaneously at the same time.
Yep.
And then it breaks
Reasons
the bank.
reasons I stopped getting that. Oh, more reasons why I stopped getting computers.
Mm.
Because by the time you bought it, it's already out of date and lagging behind any games you can
True.
buy.
True.
And every time a new game comes out, you have to pretty much rebuild everything in your computer, and it's just
Yeah.
oh, but you
I
can
mean-
get all these free games on Steam. Yeah, but how much does it cost to upgrade your computer so that those games will work for you?
Exactly. Exactly.
Whereas I can go onto my PlayStation. Yes, the games are expensive, 60 euros or whatever, 70 euros. But guess what? They just work.
Mm-hmm.
It just works.
Yeah.
And okay, it's out of date with computers and stuff like that, but I'm fine. I'm okay with that. And I know that it's not going to break on me.
Yeah. Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
you know, that's.
Yeah. For me, it's just getting this tower upgraded to the point where at least I can improve my productivity. My video editing software runs smoother, render faster. That would make all the difference in the world. And to be able to
Oh.
afford proper camera, that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
big thing. You know, if I could
Getting
just
a
afford
half
to do
decent
that,
camera, yeah, that's
you
where
know?
you need to. Getting a half decent camera and some way of recording audio separate.
Yeah, and that's not a problem. I got a good mic. I got a good mixer. You know,
Excellent.
as far as that's concerned, I have to treat the room though. I
Mm.
have to get sound absorbing panels and get the echo out of this damn cement box. You
Egg
know,
cartons.
that costs money too.
My brother's able to do that, and my brother knows about that sort of stuff because he's able to do computers and stuff. And so when I've asked him for help, his answer is usually RTFM, and it's just like that's not helping me. I've already done that. But he did say to me once that there's a really cheap way of soundproofing your room if you can't afford the proper professional stuff, and it's egg cartons.
Yeah.
Now it's going to make the room smaller, obviously, but egg cartons will do it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like shit. And here we don't have the
Yeah.
paper egg cartons. Here, all the
Oh,
egg cartons
okay.
are that thin plastic,
Oh God, no!
so that doesn't do anything.
Doesn't even help save the eggs. I'll bet.
It's just thin, clear plastic egg cartons.
Ugh.
So
I'd rather eat ostrich poo.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, that's just it, Chris. As I was just saying, you're right. The cardboard egg cartons would fix a lot of the issues.
But not the
They don't.
plastic
They don't
ones.
sell eggs in cardboard cartons here. No matter where you go, when you're buying eggs, you're either buying them loose and you're getting them in a bag wrapped in paper or something, or you're getting them in a clear um, plastic carton.
Hmm. Which doesn't really help anybody.
No.
And what about the environment? Don't forget the environment.
Yeah. Environment.
Ah, Green Party and the environment. But maybe you don't have to think about that sort of thing in Vietnam.
I've got some ostrich poo I can send.
Oh, thank you, Tusk. I'll take a ton to
There
start
you go. There you go. There you go.
Now, Tusk, I know the difference between ostrich poo and human poo that has been dyed to look like ostrich poo. So don't try and fool me, Tusk.
There you go.
Or I'll get ostriches to dive bomb where you live.
All right. Well, I guess we'll call it a day here, buddy.
Yeah, I think it's the end, and I think little Candy Queen has gotten bored herself and gone off to do something else.
Yeah, I'm not the most exciting guy, but I do this more to kind of catch up with you guys and see how things are going, you know?
I think it's more my setup, and she wasn't really able to hear properly, and
yeah, I
can't really do much about that. So, well, yeah, this is it. I mean, we got more than 5 minutes, so I'm happy with that. That was always going to be the way.
And it's always good to catch up with you too, my friend.
Oh yeah, no, it's if I can, I'll be in your streams as often as possible. It's not always real life gets in the way sometimes, as you know yourself, and I do my best.
Yep, I know what you mean.
And I do watch you're one of the few people I'll actually go and watch a live stream back afterwards.
I appreciate that.
So not everybody gets that treatment from me.
Well, I thank you. And Jen's, yeah, okay, that sounds great. Get that in my Discord and I'll check it out. If there's a cheap and easy way to deal with my sound issues, I'm all for taking a look. So, but yeah, Demon Orb, hey, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Just as we're closing up shop. That's okay.
And you know what? At Little Rage, yes, it was a great stream, and no, it's more thank you for being great and being here too.
Yeah, exactly. Always great to see you, Eddie. And
because you always make things. There's something about you I don't understand what it is, but it always makes me feel happy just hearing or seeing you.
I know. Same with me. You can't help it. She's just so bubbly and fun.
I know. It's great. Love it.
Awesome. All right. Well, you go take care of that barbecue there, buddy. You enjoy
I have a barbecue to do, yes. I have barbecue and beer to drink. That's very important.
There you go. That's the kind of life that you want to get in the way.
Things could be worse.
There you go. And
anyway.
So yeah, well, thanks for coming out. Give big hugs to Molly.
I sure will, and thank you very much for having us, and thank you everybody in the chat for talking with my little girl and having fun with her too.
Great to see. It was great to see her again.
Yeah, she's been looking forward to this since I told her about it. So
awesome. Yeah, well, she's always welcome back, both of you. So.
Definitely, and we'll try again.
Okay.
Don't know where, don't know when, but we'll try again.
There you go. And as for everyone in the chat, thank you very much for coming out as usual. Always great to see you guys. I mean, you guys are the reason I do this. Well, that's it for today. We're going to boogie on out of here. I hope you all have a great day or evening or afternoon or morning or whatever it is where you are. and we'll see you again next week. Dude, cheers, man.
Cheers.
Bye.
Toodle buys.
Toodle buys.